Ever wondered why turn up doesn't always mean increasing the volume? It's like they've put on a disguise and are sneaking around in your sentences, causing all sorts of confusion. But don't worry, we're going to unmask them, one by one. We'll explore their versatility, their quirks, and the context in which they're used. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of phrasal verbs? Let's dive in. Consider the phrase, turn up. It can mean to increase the volume, arrive at a location, or even to find something unexpectedly. Confusing, isn't it? Let's start with the first meaning. Now imagine you're at a party and someone yells, "Turn up the music." Here, turn up simply means to increase the volume. It's as if you're turning up a knob, dial, or slider to make the music louder. As we delve into this example, the camera perspective will slowly zoom out, offering wider view of the party. Now let's transition to a different scenario. Suppose your friend didn't show at the party and you say, "He didn't turn up." In this case, turn up means to arrive at a location. It's a casual way of saying someone didn't appear or come to a planned event. As you consider this, the camera again zoom out to reveal an empty chair or a vacant spot at the party. Lastly, let's look at a more surprising use of turn up. Picture yourself cleaning out an old drawer and you stumble upon a cherished photograph from your childhood. You might say, "I turned up this old photo while cleaning." Here, turn up signifies finding something unexpectedly. As we ponder on this, the camera will once more zoom out to display the cluttered drawer or the old photograph in its entirety. In each of these examples, the phrase turn up takes on a different meaning, which can indeed make English a challenging language to master, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. So the next time you hear turn up, remember, context is everything. Now let's break down. Yes, you heard it right. As the camera zooms out for a broader view, remember that this phrasal verb is a critical player in English, carrying different meanings depending on context. Let's start with a mechanical scenario. Picture yourself driving along a scenic road and suddenly your car sputters to a halt. It's not starting up again, no matter how much you coax it. What just happened? Your car broke down? Here, as we continue to zoom out, break down describes a machine or vehicle ceasing to function, but breakdown isn't just about machines. Now visualize a friend receiving some bad news. If they start crying uncontrollably, we'd say they broke down in tears. Here, breakdown paints a wider, more vivid image of someone losing control of their emotions. The versatility of breakdown doesn't stop there. As we zoom out further, let's shift gears and think about a complex problem that you're trying to solve. It's too big to tackle all at once, so what do? You break it down into smaller, more manageable parts. Here, with a broadened perspective, breakdown means to divide something complex into simpler elements. As you can see, breakdown alters its meaning based on the situation. Whether it's a car refusing to cooperate, an emotional moment, or a complex problem, breakdown covers a wider spectrum. We've successfully broken down breakdown from a zoomed-out perspective. Isn't it fascinating how versatile English phrasal verbs can be? Ever been told to get over something? Well, it doesn't mean to literally climb over it. No, my friends, get over is a rather versatile phrasal verb with a few nuanced meanings, all revolving around the concept of overcoming. Let's dive into some practical examples. As the camera slowly zooms out, imagine you've been feeling under the weather, ridden with the flu for a week. After some rest and medication, you start feeling better. You could say you got over the illness. In this context, get over means to recover from an ailment. Consider a different scenario. You've just had a breakup. It's tough, emotions are running high, and everything reminds you of that person. With time, you start feeling better, moving on with life. You could say you're beginning to get over the breakup. Here, get over signifies overcoming an emotional setback or trauma. One more example for measure. The camera continues to zoom out. Let's say you're preparing for a big presentation at work. There are numerous challenges and hurdles, but you manage to tackle each one. You could say you got over the hurdles. In this scenario, get over means overcoming obstacles or challenges. So, get over isn't about physical movement, but overcoming difficulties. Another mystery of phrasal verbs solved. As we completely zoom out, remember, English is a language rich with idiomatic expressions and phrasal verbs. They can be tricky, but also incredibly colorful and expressive. So let's keep unraveling these linguistic mysteries together. As we do a sweeping zoom out, we've turned up some intriguing meanings, broken down complex uses, and got over the confusion. It's time to sum up our journey into the expansive world of phrasal verbs. So what have we learned? As the overview widens, we see that phrasal verbs, those unique pairings of verbs and prepositions, add a level of nuance and versatility to the English language that's hard to ignore. They are more than just linguistic curiosities. They are integral to communicating effectively and naturally in English. We've seen from a broader perspective how turn up can mean to arrive, to increase or to uncover, depending on the context. We've surveyed how breakdown can express the act of separating something into parts, experiencing a failure or succumbing to emotions. And we've discovered from a high vantage point how get over can convey the process of recovering from something or overcoming a difficulty. Context, as we've emphasized while zooming out, is key in understanding the meaning of phrasal verbs. It's the compass that guides us through the many interpretations these phrases can take. But don't be daunted by the complexity. Instead, embrace the challenge, seeing it from a wider perspective. The more you explore, the more you understand, and the more fluent you become. And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg, with the vast phrasal verb ocean yet to be explored. There are countless phrasal verbs in English, each with its own nuances and uses. So, as we pull away, keep your curiosity piqued and your dictionary close. As we finish our zoom out, remember, mastering phrasal verbs can turn up your English skills a notch. So keep exploring, breaking down meanings, and getting over language hurdles.